Welcome back to the Papa Me channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down. Today we're going to be talking about all of the movies that are coming out this year. I was looking through on YouTube and I just couldn't believe the amount of trailers that kind of piqued my attention, and I just wanted to do a 2023 movie prediction video. Just look at some movie trailers. We're just going to react to some movie trailers today is what we're going to do. Our little barometer here is going to be smells like dog poopy because, you know, don't want YouTube guidelines to be too upset. Poop, sand, Old Spice, and roses. Which roses don't even smell that good either. I don't know why we have that. Starting off with Evil Dead Rise.
Mommy's with the maggots now.
Evil Dead was the cult classic B horror film that came out in like 1980. I think is when the first one came out, directed by Sam Raimi. He made the Spider-Man movies that we pretend that we like. Remember how we all pretend that Spider-Man 2 is really good? He directed those. But Evil Dead is probably like one of the best B horror films of all time, one of the best independent movies of all time, and it's like been born into this collection of amazing independent films. Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, we have the spin-off show, Ash vs. the Evil Dead, etc. And what's fantastic about these movies is that they all follow like basically the same format of somebody stumbling upon a book, they say a spooky little prayer or something, and it summons a demon. But it's interesting that this one seems like it's completely new characters. Sure, they might summon the same, you know, evil prayer thing and the devil shows up, but the introduction of children into this is pretty brutal because all of these movies have always been very, very violent, like very like fun violent and cartoony and over the top. But they haven't really been into child death, and I'm excited to see some child death. I've seen a couple different Evil Dead Rise trailers, which the interesting thing about the Evil Dead Rise trailers is that some of them are not good. I don't think they make the movie look very good, and then some of them are like, oh, this looks fun. Anytime that you have a trailer where eyes are open and then a fly lands on the eyeball, I don't know. Also, the whole thing about in trailers now too, where I don't think that it translates really in the movies, but like when people are like crawling or doing this and they do like the whole crunchy like sounds, I feel like there's tons of trailers that do that, and then when you watch the movie it's never that intense, so I think that they just like alter the sounds there to be like, ooh, sounds like somebody digging through like a bucket of like KFC bones, just like. There was one trailer where the lady puts like a cheese grater on a leg and she's getting ready to pull down and it looks so twisted. I do have predictions that I think this is going to be my favorite film of 2023. If it can deliver the same way that the 2013 one did, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see it. I'm going to say, for me, predictions, Smells Like Roses, and I'm going to say favorite movie of 2023. That's my predictions. Next up, we have a remake of Children of the Corn. 2.2 million views 3 weeks ago for the trailer. Didn't know there was such a Children of the Corn fan base out there.
Prepare to witness the next generation of evil.
The guy who did the old versions of the deep voice trailers of like, it was like, in a world where serpents crawl inside cats. Remember that old guy from back in the day? In a world. I think he's dead. Now they have like this weird like Native American guy who's like, prepare for a world of unspeakable evil. It sounds so cheap.
It sounds like a parody.
It does sound like a parody. This looks like a fan film. I saw a comment down below in this comment section that says looks like a fan. It does. Also, dude, anytime that a trailer of any kind does the slowed down version of a popular song, KYS. To see a Children of the Corn remake in 2022 is baffling. First off, the Children of the Corn, the first one, it's okay. I remember like my mom said that she saw it in theaters and she was like, I was so scared back then. But that was like in 1904. My mom was just like, I don't know, older than fucking time itself, so who knows. I remember my mom saying that she was afraid of a movie called Grizzly Bear.
The deadliest jaws on land belong to Grizzly.
And she was afraid of Cujo. Have you ever seen Cujo? A mom and son locked in a car trying to stay safe from a St. Bernard from Beethoven, essentially. Okay. Children of the Corn series holds nothing in my heart. I'd never really liked it. Yeah, you have the creepy like Amish kid, Jebediah or whatever his name is, and I think that he has like the Gary Coleman disease or something. So I think that when they filmed that movie, he was like 30 or like 25 or something. But he was like, you know, very nosy, and he was like, man, I'm tiny. But this one, it's like, oh wow, this one's so much different. They got a little girl leader instead of a little boy leader. Ooh, this movie's gonna be a big flaming pile of dog poo, of dog dookie. I want to make sure that I don't cuss too much because of the YouTube guidelines. Okay, YouTube?
I know. It's
sucks.
It's going to be a movie that is going to be released and easily forgotten. It's not going to be fun bad. It's going to be forgettable and awful. That's my prediction. I imagine it's going to be overacting beyond comparison to any other movie that we see this year. The script's going to be terrible, and it's going to be a big stink. Just easy peasy. That's what I have to say. Stinks like poopy. YouTube guidelines, keeping it real. We love it. I love having to censor myself, which honestly at the same time, why do I need to cuss so much? I get energized and I want to cuss. See, I almost said it. I did. That is not a cuss word, YouTube. Come on. Next up is Malam.
You saw something you can't explain.
Malam is a remake, once again, 3 for 3 so far, kind of, in a way, of a film called The Last Shift. I think came out in the early 2000s or like 2010s or something. It was okay. I'm excited that they're making a new one, or I think it's the original director too, gets a larger budget. If you haven't seen Last Shift, go ahead and do it. It's pretty good. I don't want to spoil anything, but, you know, spooky paranormal stuff following an officer. Should be cool. Kind of like the little cult stuff as well. It's fun. I don't know. Malam I'm kind of stoked for. I will go see it. I would say it's an Old Spice for me. I'd say it's middle of the road. I'm not like, you know, jumping for joy and doing one of those heel click things in the air, you know, woo-hoo! But I think it is something to check out. It should be on everybody's radar. So, but all in all, the trailer's just kind of forgettable. I mean, I don't know. It's an Old Spice, you know. It's not Children of the Corn, but it's Old Spice. What they should have done is they should have just played that Marilyn Manson. Sweet dreams are made of these. See, then there would have been roses all day long, baby. Next up, we have Beau is Afraid. I'm actually very excited for this.
Are you at the airport?
I'm on my way. It's not safe, is it?
Beau is Afraid is the newest film from hit A24 director Ari Aster, the guy who did Hereditary and Midsommar and stuff like that. And this is supposedly supposed to be a comedy film, like a horror comedy, black comedy. I'm stoked for this movie. This is the way to do a trailer. Introduce a little bit of mystique in there.
Feeling sad about going home, Beau?
It doesn't slow down the song or anything. It has a nice upbeat thing with this old Joaquin Phoenix who's afraid to step out into the world, probably some family trauma stuff. And it just looks like an odyssey. It looks like almost like a folk tale of a person trying to go see their family that he hasn't seen in a long time. It looks weird. It looks trippy. It's everything that I want in a movie. I love it. Also, anybody who's like, A24, Hereditary is the most overrated movie. A24 films are so bad. Fuck off. They're great. Ari Aster's great. Make love to me, Ari Aster. Make love to me. Don't put that in there. I think it's awesome. Ari Aster's awesome, and it's exciting to see a mixture of comedy. It could be even a career trajectory thing. Maybe he does more dark comedies after this, or, you know, I don't know. But it's a pretty huge follow-up to a very, 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 very popular director right now who hasn't made something since 2018. So it's a little overdue as well. So I think it's going to be a movie, though, that's misunderstood. Or it's going to be, like, weird and trippy, and people are going to be like, it wasn't as good as the Joker. Joaquin, just stick with the Joker next time. I think it's going to be one of those things. So I'm going to give it roses. I'm excited to see it. The next movie up is Gail, Stay Away from Oz. I swear to God, if this is a Wizard of Oz movie, it's going to be a Wizard of Oz movie.
Your grandmother is? And what did you say her name was?
Please don't say. Oh my God. I didn't know that they were making a Wizard of Oz horror film. What's your grandmother's name? Dorothy? You look at the camera. That's what it feels like. It feels like such a...
I didn't know she had any family.
What? In the movie, they show that Dorothy had family, right? Tons of family.
Can I? Sure.
Oh my God, the acting in this is terrible. They did not just show a picture frame of the dog. There's a framed picture of Toto. Jesus Christ, dude.
Stay away from us! Stay away from us! Stay away from us!
This is the movie theater employees. This is the movie theater employees when people are like, yeah, I'll take a ticket to buy Gail, please. And I want a 9:30 time. Stay away from us! Stay away from this theater, please! And they're all wearing like red heels and like clicking them together and shit.
Stay away from us! Stay away from us!
I haven't seen this. Oh my God. Oh my God. How have I not heard of this? So look back at the reflection. It's gonna change. Did you hear with that demon squeal at the end? Wow. So far on the list, Gail has been the most surprising. That got me good. Oh my God. There's nothing I love more with like really bad acting in a trailer where you can tell that maybe the director was just like, oh my God, that is gold. Based off of the trailers, I'm gonna say that it is sand on the barometer, just because I do think this may fall in the levels of kind of funny. I think it's gonna be a better Winnie the Pooh situation where it's like, it's really stupid and it has its novelty because it's a Wizard of Oz remake, but I think that they have a little bit of a budget, and I think that they're actually trying to make like an angle with, I'm assuming, the witch. It's gonna be something involving the witch, and I think that there's gonna be a lot of annoying jump scares, I mean, as you can tell at the end, but I think that there's gonna be some funny moments where they try to do a lot more with their budget than what they could. I think it's gonna be kind of funny, and I'm gonna put a prediction that it's going to be the I think it's going to be the funniest horror film of 2023. It has to be. I cannot believe this is a real thing. And especially to call it Gail as if anybody remembers Dorothy's last name. Fuck off, dude. God. They should have just called it like Red Heels or like something like that, right? Because if you did Red Heels, at least it would be like, ooh, blood. Gail sounds like either like a race horsing movie or like a sports film about a Down syndrome kid. Gail. Trying to be a soccer player. That's what Gail would be. Gail, they don't want to play nothing but football. But this is football, Dad. I'm gonna pass out. I actually am almost passed out. I just got so lightheaded. I almost fucking passed out. Holy shit. If I would have passed out right there, that would have been so funny. Holy shit. The next movie up is The Pope's Exorcist.
Whatever you do, you only do because God allows it.
Have you seen this trailer? Oh my god, it is so funny. Super fat Russell Crowe is attacking demons, and he's doing an Italian accent the whole time. 14 million views 2 weeks ago. Was it like a cappella? Ooh, 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 ooh. It's like, fuck off.
I call it evil.
I have to take my insulin. I wish I could have played this. I could have the perfect body type. I literally would have fit perfectly in this movie. The Fat Pope. Russell Crowe is the fat Pope Exorcist. I think this movie is going to be totally dog shit. I think that the trailer makes it look funny. I bet you it is a slog to sit through. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that I think the Pope's Exorcist is going to be worse than Children of the Corn movie. It's gonna be some stupid thing where they're gonna try to do like some twist ending or something like that. I fully expect a twist of some kind where by researching or going into doing the investigation, Russell Crowe summons a demon or something like that, and then God is in his or something, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's able to defeat the demon. It's gonna be something like that. He's gonna get some kind of spiritual energy and be able to defeat the demon. I think it's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be like Russell Crowe has superpowers or something. That's how I see the ending happening. Is it gonna be worse? Do you think it's worse than Children of the Corn? No. I would. You know what? I can't say it. The Pope's Exorcist is gonna be the second worst film of 2023. I feel comfortable with that. Children of the Corn, there's just no beating that. That's gonna be terrible. The next movie up is Scream 6. Wow, another Scream movie, except this time. Wait! This is Hunter from the Past. I just wanted to say that I just got done seeing Scream, and one of the trailers during the film was Renfield, the new Nicolas Cage film where he's like Dracula.
Renfield.
It feels weird. I don't know what to think about it. It looks like an action film, kind of like they're trying to do like a John Wick Dracula thing. The biggest thing that I have that I don't like about it is that I feel like there's going to be an actual very small amount of actual Nick Cage in the movie. And if you're going to dress Nick Cage up to be Dracula, I want to see him a lot. You know, I want a lot of Nick Cage. It seems like a fun movie. It seems like it's going to be something cool, but I have a horrible sneaking suspicion that it's like Jared Leto's Joker. Yeah, I mean, he was like in one scene. I feel like it's going to be one of those things. So I don't know. I'm going to see it. The barometer, I'm going to put it at Old Spice. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical. But they could at least afford Nick Cage to say lines on like Willy's Wonderland, everybody's favorite movie. The next trailer up is Followers. I hope this isn't a hot take on social commentary on social media. Dude, having all these likes with people are bad. It's going to distort your fucking brain. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I'm going to assume that he's a serial killer for likes.
John Jesus College vlog number 1.
We did it, guys! College! This is sick!
We did it, guys! College! This is sick!
There are fierce phantoms in this place, and we're gonna get them on camera.
So this is gonna be like a comedy kind of thing. I think it's gonna be a mixture of comedy. It kind of reminds me of Deadstream, which is a movie that came out last year. It got a lot of praise. It's not like I didn't really like, I just thought it was like, the overacting was a bit too much for me, and I didn't find it particularly funny. People were like, it was hilarious! And I just didn't find it that funny. And I think it's gonna be something similar, where it's like a mixture of like quirky and horror, and the whole idea of them like, you know, recording ghosts to get more followers because they probably have like a viral video or something, and then at the end because they, you know, open Pandora's box, they can't close it, and they die. It seems very predictable. I mean, I don't know. For me, I think I'd just skip this movie. I wouldn't even put it on the fucking barometer. I would just be like, we're just gonna put that one behind me here. I'm gonna take my little follower thing. Oh, look at that. Boop. There it is. It goes. Next movie up is Consecration. I think this movie just came out, so if you want to, it's on Shudder. I think you can watch the whole thing, but let's take a look at the trailer.
There is but one God.
Nun horror movie. We haven't seen that before. That's my review. Next movie up is Hunt Her, Kill Her. Kill her? I hardly know! Crazy masked men break into a warehouse, and it's kind of like, what's that thing from the Watchmen?
I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me!
So I think she's just gonna kill them, and it's gonna be a thing where it's like, you're rooting for the underdog kind of thing. It kind of reminds me also, with the masks and stuff, it reminds me of the, we'll put the poster here. It reminds me of this movie, kind of, except it's probably not gonna be as good. The Resurrection of Charles Manson.
Tonight is the night of resurrection.
People are out in the middle of nowhere. Some cult members who probably like Charles Manson try to kill them to resurrect his body. Kind of be some paranormal stuff. I do not understand the whole fascination with Charles Manson. Back in the day, I could see it being something compelling, but after so many years, it's like, well, I guess Jeffrey Dahmer just had a Netflix show. The thing about Charles Manson, he didn't even do anything. He did nothing wrong. I guess it's the influence he had over people that's fascinating, but like as a paranormal movie, who gives a shit if he came back? You know what I mean? He'll rise and he'll kill the world. I don't know. The movie just seems super forgettable. Next up, we have Wildflower.
Growing up, I was told my parents were special. When I got old enough, I realized that's the word adults use when someone has a disability.
Oh my God. This trailer video this is painful. I mean, I can't tell. I mean, we're gonna have to censor this. So it's a movie about Down syndrome people who have a kid, and then the kid feels obligated to take care of their parents, but she can't do the typical things of growing up and going to college.
B, I'm still waiting on those college applications.
Oh, I know.
I hate in trailers. B, those college papers. Let's go. I know, I'm gonna do them. Hey B, you still getting in that college you're hoping for? Just so like a 17-year-old can just be like, that is exactly what I'm going through right now. That's what it feels like. Thank God my families don't have Down syndrome. No rating. I'm not gonna rate it. I'm gonna give Spit Bib. That's my rating. Next movie up is Champions. God, it starts off with a, I get knocked down. Oh my God.
If you can get this team to the Special Olympics finals, you might be ready to be back in the NBA.
Why are you giving me all these Down syndrome movies, dude? Okay, so this movie is basically The Longest Yard meets The Ringer. I don't know why we're getting so many of these movies this year. I don't mind Woody Harrelson. I don't think he's like good for like a comedy lead, maybe. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I don't know. Next movie up is Paint.
It's hard not to feel a little lost as we begin. Let's just take it all in.
God, ripped to a legend, dude.
Thanks for going to a special place with me, Carl Dargle.
Oh, hell no, man.
So it's not about Bob Ross? Yeah, it's weird. They have Owen Wilson look exactly like Bob Ross, but they're not doing Bob Ross. Could they not get his likeness? Could they not pay for it or something? It's weird. I mean, it seems kind of quirky or whatever, but it just feels awkward. It's like, if you couldn't get his like story, then why did you make it look just like him? I don't know, it looks fun. I mean, everybody's gonna go in and be like, this is the Bob Ross movie. When I heard Carl at the end, it made me like sick to my stomach. It's just weird. Next one up is Beautiful Disaster.
For one, you standing here, I don't know if that's good for me.
It's so weird saying the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody guy try to be like a sex symbol. What a weird... I'm done with that one. The movie is about Cole Sprouse or Dylan Sprouse. It's Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, whichever one. Who gives a fuck? He's supposed to be an MMA fighter? I am probably the most out of shape person in the world. I could beat the shit out of that guy. Do you feel like you could beat his ass?
You're not my type.
I'm everybody's type.
I'm everybody's type. Everybody likes little boys who run Disney TV shows. Every girl, her panties getting wet, almost like somebody just wringed out a towel in their panties when they look at me. This movie looks fucking... This is gonna be the worst movie of the year, prediction. We looked it up also. This movie is an hour long. The difference between a movie that's 60 minutes and like 90 minutes is insane. So this movie only being an hour long, it's like a TV show episode that they're throwing up in theater. I cannot believe that this is a real thing. It's unbelievable. I don't even blame him because it's a paycheck, you know? I bet he's a great guy. But when I see this deal and this girl who's like, he's so hot. I want to punch her in the face. I just want to beat the shit up. It just makes me angry. I just feel angry watching it the whole time. I feel like I want to hurt a woman because I watched that trailer and I don't feel good about it. Next movie up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Stop talking, you're ruining my concentration.
You're fine, chill.
They're so young sounding. For a kid's movie though, I'd be stoked. Okay, dude. People keep fucking tagging me about the Splinter dude that I look like him. I don't look like Splinter dude just because he has like a mullet fro doesn't fuck you. It looks good stylistically. Everybody's copying the Spider-Man movie stuff. Like this one feels like it's more indicative of the Puss in Boots movie that I saw, The Last Wish, or whatever it was called. And the animation is always great in those movies, so I'm expecting really good, you know, animation here, but it's like, I feel like this style is going to get played out quick. I think people are going to get sick of it because it's very stylized. It's just stylized enough to feel different, but it still has that reminiscent, like, 3D aspect to it. But I do think the more that people kind of tweak it and make it their own, it's gonna feel like, almost like a cow art style. I think that people are going to be annoyed with that, like, oh, you like this kind of movie or something. I can imagine that happening. Oh, no, I bet it's a fun kids movie. Puss in Boots was fucking great. I did not expect myself to like Puss in Boots as much, so maybe the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie will be good. Like, I'm not gonna be someone who's just like, oh my god, the turtles are back. I'm not gonna be that kind of guy. If you are that kind of guy or gal, more power to you, but that is not me. And that's the movie predictions for this year. I mean, my god, did we say, I think I said there was gonna be 2 or 3 good movies out of the trailers. It's gonna be a big year of schlock. I'm actually curious to what you guys think, which one looks the best. I mean, Children of the Corn still probably gonna be the worst movie. Actually, Wildflower, probably Wildflower. It might be the worst movie of the year. That looks unbearable. But in terms of actual movies, Evil Dead Rise, I think I'm still thinking that that's going to be probably my standout favorite movie, just for the kind of shit that I like. Beau is Afraid is going to be a big standout as well. But curious if there's any trailers that I missed, or do you feel opposite? Do you feel a certain way? Did I not rate a trailer the way you thought it should be rated? Did you feel differently? Let me know down in the comments below. In the meantime, I'm never going to watch a trailer again for the rest of the year because this was painful. Just having that many trailers back to back, brutal. Unbelievably brutal. It's like I could just feel my soul being taken out of my body. There's always a couple good movies each year. What the fuck happened to all the good movies, dude? If I missed any good movie trailers, let me know down below. I actually am looking for some. So thank you all so much. Appreciate you. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye. I think my favorite movie trailer when I was a kid was 300. Being like a 11-year-old or however old I was. I think I was like 11. And then he's coming out and he's just like a six-pack dude. There's like a slow sex scene. He's just like, Spartans! The 2 times on the day of release for a DVD that I went to buy the movie was Hellboy and 300. And 300 was sold out fucking everywhere. That one was hard to get. I had to stop by this white trash town and they had like 3 DVDs left at a Blockbuster. So I was stoked.